Alright, eyes forward, ears open, it's time to lock in. I'm Ghostberry, and today we're diving into everything you need to know to take you from total noob to super ace. But whether you're engaging up in the clouds or dogfighting way down in the weeds, these are the absolute things you need to know and can be the difference between returning to base or punching out. So grab a seat, take notes, let's get ready to break down the ways you can maximize your middle storming experience. But before that, I want to thank you for stopping by and remind you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my Middle Storm content. Now, hold your horses. Before you can even think about climbing in the cockpit and getting your grubby little paws all over a joystick in one of these top-notch war machines, we need to make sure you're getting everything you can to help you expand your hangar and upgrade these planes. Consider heading over to playmiddlestorm.com/shop. Don't worry, the link will be in the description. And getting your free, that's right, free universal parts, which redeem twice a day. Those parts are valuable, and these freebies can really stack up over time. Speaking of freebies, also check out the in-game shop for free redeems there twice a day. Sometimes these can be silver, sometimes they can be gold, parts, or token doublers. Now, onto your flight pass. In here, you have the option for a paid version, which greatly increases your rewards, or just sticking with the free one, which still contains a lot of good loot. Go down to the missions tab and ensure you're accomplishing as many as you can to get the most out of each pass. Even if you complete the pass, you continue to stack up crates at the end, which can be full of lots of random loot, including parts, including silver, and other things. In addition, every aircraft also has a mastery tree that includes both paid and free sides there. Even the free one contains lots of good things, plus some aesthetic options to spice up your ride. Consider joining the Middlestorm official Discord and paying attention to some Twitch live streams by the big Middlestormers for the occasional drop of free gold codes there. And now we can finally get to what you've been salivating over. In-flight tips and tricks. Tried and true tactics I've seen work, not just for myself, but from my experiences flying with and against some of the top pilots in Middlestorm. I had the honor of being one of the hosts of the first ever Middlestorm Creators Cup put on by Starform themselves, and I was able to observe some of the very best in this game in action. On top of that, I've just been around for a while, so I've seen a thing or two in my time, and I'm hoping these tips will help you. Just like good old G.I. Joe said, knowledge is half the battle, and any jet is only as good as the pilot inside. It's a good idea to make sure before you jump into a match that you've read the specs of your aircraft, understanding your weaponry, the damage it does, your aircraft's agility, speed, and available countermeasures and special abilities as well can really give you a better edge in the fight. On top of that, it can be a really good idea to 1v2 some medium level bots in the custom matchmaker. This is a no stakes fight that won't count against your trophy count or your win rate, but can be a great way to learn the ins and outs of your particular aircraft before the real deal. I'd say if you can't win convincingly against two medium level bots, then it's a good indicator you need more practice before real matchmaking. Also, these custom matches can be a great way to explore the maps fully and understand and develop the best routes to effectively move through them. Moving on, it's always a solid move to join an active squadron. Participating in the weekly events can yield crates packed to the top with great rewards, and it's also generally easier to win with a team. I mean, sure, being a lone wolf sounds cool, but trust me, Luke and Han, they had it figured out. Watch each other's sixes and work together as a group. And speaking of teamwork, the infamous general and emperor Napoleon Bonaparte said, "The secret of war lies in the communications." And boy golly, was he not lying. Some squadrons will utilize apps like Discord or Skype to utilize voice comms and work in tandem. But even if you don't have access to these, you don't have to resort to using two cans on a string. Metalstorm has a built-in group of signals that can be sent in-game in order to relay commands, intentions, and requests to your allies. These cannot be seen by your enemy, so it's a good idea to become familiar with these and learn to use them effectively. Another great use of teamwork starts before the match even begins, in the lobby. Pay close attention to the plane levels and trophy badges of your fellow pilots. The matchmaker will utilize the highest plane to base its algorithm on, and additionally, if the trophies are very high, a plane can be considered a level or more higher than what it really is. This can cause some extremely unfair combat situations. So it's best to try and match levels when you can, or get as close as possible. Next up, situational awareness is hotter than a Carolina Reaper. You've got to have eyes everywhere, above, below, behind, maybe even in places your mom wouldn't approve of. Enemies aren't exactly sending you postcards before they gun you down. Pay attention to who and what is around you, and also keep checking that mini-map, or end up a glorious fireball of regret. Don't be afraid to go into your settings and change your HUD to a color that suits you best. And also, consider increasing your field of view to gain more situational awareness of the battle space. In addition, I'd recommend maybe changing the size of your aiming reticle to be a little smaller. This forces yourself to be more accurate with your aim on your cannons. In fact, while we're on the subject of your guns, learn to lead your shots before you can even see that aiming reticle. Focus on aiming where your adversary will be when the rounds are there, and you can get some damage on your target early, increasing your chances to get that kill. In the fight, also, you want to keep your energy up. No, I'm not talking about carb loading or downing some cheap energy drinks. I mean the inertia of your plane. It's a really big brain choice to pay attention to that ideal turn rate bar located in your HUD to aid with this. Also, don't be afraid to utilize those air brakes. This is a fight, not a race. And when you're being tailed around some terrain, it can be a good idea to bait your enemy. Then brake and cause them to overshoot, allowing you to line up a kill solution on them. But you gotta be smart about when and where to use this. Lose too much energy in a dogfight, and guess what? You're the pinata at today's missile fiesta. And that sort of leads into my next point. When someone's got a missile lock on you, and it's time to fire up those flares like the 4th of July fireworks, make sure to make some alterations to both your speed and your direction. Maybe barrel roll a little. Not just for epic style points, but also it increases your chances of really putting the miss in that missile. In fact, I'd recommend never flying in a straight line for more than 4 or 5 seconds if you can help it. Unless, of course, you just want to be a sitting duck, or as I call it, dead meat. Zigzag, barrel roll, do a little loop to loop if you have to. But whatever you do, don't just sit there and make it easy for your enemies, because they will feast on you like you're the buffet table. Remember, stay cool, stay focused, make smart decisions. Don't let the heat get to you. Allowing yourself to get too angry can really give you bad tunnel visions, and you can end up with being easily baited into traps by the enemy team. Alrighty then, warriors. Remember to fly fast and fly hard. I have full confidence we will see each other in the skies real soon. If this video helped you out, consider dropping a like. This can help other pilots find it. And don't be shy to share it with your wingmen out there. If you enjoyed it, don't want to miss out on any of my future Metalstorm content, hit that subscribe button too. I really appreciate it. Ghostberry TV, out.